Welcome to the fifth section of playing with numbers. Last classes, we have learned factors, multiples, HCF. Today, we will be doing the topic least common multiple, which is commonly known as LCM. Shall we start? Actually, what is this multiple? The numbers obtained by multiplying a given number by 1, 2, 3 and so on are called its multiples. Something related to that we will see first, that is common multiple. For that, first let us see what is this. We'll take two numbers 2 and 3. For example, when you take the multiples of 2, that means it comes as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 and so on. We take the multiples of 3, it comes as 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30 and so on. Have a look at these multiples. Few of the numbers are given in blue colors. Why is it so? The numbers 6, 12 and 18. These numbers are common in both the multiples. That means it appears in the multiples of 2 as well as it appears as a multiple of 3. So such numbers which are common in both are called the common multiples. So multiples that are common to two or more numbers are said to be their common multiples. Is it clear? Multiples that are common to two or more numbers are said to be their common multiples. In the previous example of 2 and 3, the common multiples are 6, 12, 18 and so on. Now, you take your rough book. Let's try it with few questions. The first three common multiples of 6 and 8. You have to find out. Second question, 12 and 18. Here is the answer. That is, the first three common multiples of 6 and 8 are 24, 48 and 72. For the second question, the first three common multiples are 36, 72 and 108. Now, let's have a small watch of a video showing the multiples.
Today, let us learn about the least common multiple, or you can call it LCM too. Let us understand the meaning of the term common multiple. When two or more numbers have the same numbers as their multiples, those multiples are said to be common multiples. Now, let us see what do we mean by the least common multiple. The least common multiple of two or more numbers is the smallest number that is a multiple of those numbers. To understand it in a better way, let us solve an example. Find the least common multiple of 5 and 10. We will follow a three-step process to find the least common multiple. Step 1. List the multiples of all the given numbers. The multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and so on. The multiples of 10 are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and so on. Step 2. Identify the common multiples of all the given numbers. The common multiples of 5 and 10 are 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. Step 3. Write the least common multiple of all the given numbers. Here, the least common multiple is 10. Thus, LCM is 10, which is the smallest number of the common multiples. Now, let us solve one more example. Find the LCM of 6, 8, and 12. The multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, and so on. Next, the multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, and so on. Finally, the multiples of 12 are 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120, and so on. Here, the common multiples of 6, 8, and 12 are 24 and 48 and so on. Thus, LCM is 24. Now kids, I am sure all of you must be wondering why we did not list 0 as a multiple for any of the numbers. That is because we do not consider 0 when we have to find the LCM, as otherwise the LCM of all the numbers would always be 0. Remember kids, it is important to learn the tables to find the multiples and the least common multiple.
I think now you are clear with the LCM. So let's start doing some questions based on this LCM. Okay, so there are different methods for finding the LCM. The first method is LCM by prime factorization. As we know, we have learned prime factorization. It means expressing the given number as the factor of prime numbers. Okay, so let's take an example. Example is 12 and 20. So 12 when prime factorized gets us 2 into 2 into 3. And 20 when we do the prime factorization gets us 2 into 2 into 5. To find the LCM, we multiply the common factors. That is 2 times 2 is coming. Okay. For both of the cases, twice 2 is coming. So that is kept it in bracket and that is multiplied with the rest of the prime numbers. That is 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 and that gets us the answer 60. So let's See, what is the step for doing this LCM in all the cases? We have listed it like this. Okay, step 1, you have to express the given number as the product of their prime factors. Whatever number is given to us, we first express the given number as the product of their prime factors. That is the first step. The given number is expressed as the product of their prime numbers. The second step we have to see is we have to count the maximum number of times each factor appears. As you see, the different factors here are 2, 3 and 5. The 2 is repeated maximum number of times, that is 2 in both the places. 3 is repeated once and 5 is repeated once. So the maximum number of times each of the factor appears, we have to count. Once we found that, we have to find the product of these factors and that gets us the required HCF. Okay, so get the product of these maximum number of times each factor appears, that is the required LCM. Now, let's try few questions based on that. The assignment is you have to find the LCM by prime factorization. Take your rough book. You can try 20 and 30. Find the LCM of 20 and 30. Second question, find the LCM of 60, 72 and 80. Third question, 15, 30 and 75. The answers are 60, 720 and 150. There is yet another method for finding the LCM. For that, we call that method as division method. The steps are as follows. You have to arrange the numbers in a row separated by commas. In the second step, you divide the numbers by any prime number which divides at least two of that numbers. Next, we have to write the quotient in each case below the number. In few cases, the number cannot be divided exactly. You write that number as it in the next row. Repeat the process till the number left in the last row have no common factors. Multiply the prime and all the numbers left in the last row. The product is the required LCM. Now, let us see this with the help of an example. We have to find the LCM by division method. We have gone for the prime factorization of the numbers 90 and 30. When you divide 90 with 2, the quotient is 45. Dividing 30 by 2, the quotient is 15. Now both can again be divided with 3. We get the quotient as 50 and 5 respectively. Both divided with 5, we get it as 3 and 1. Now we have to multiply all of these, that is 2 into 3 into 5 into 3, and that gets us the answer 90. Now let's practice this with few questions. Take the rough book. We'll find the LCM by division method. First question, that is 120 and 140. Second one, 64, 320. Third question, 56, 84 168. Once you finish doing it, you can check the answers. The first one, the LCM is 840. In the second case, it is 320. And in the third case, it is 168. So today we have learned common multiples and LCM by two different methods. Practice these questions. We'll meet soon with the next video. Thank you, children.